Fessy's like an appetizer at Thanksgiving. You just pass them around. Everybody just takes a piece and you pass it along. You don't want too much of it.
Just see if the hype is real. That's what it is.
Is the hype real, Fessy?
Very real, Devyn.
Hey, it's your girl Devyn Simone, and welcome to another episode of The Challenge Aftermath.
Yeah.
I'm here with the cast of The Challenge, Spies, Lies, and Allies, and I have Corey L, Fessy, Amanda, and Michele. And dialing in from Ireland, we have Hughie, and from the UK, we have Kyle. Welcome, guys! Yay! This is the first time it's been 50-50 of newbies and vets here. We're gonna jump right in and I'm gonna ask you some hard-ass questions.
I don't know if I'm ready.
We're gonna celebrate and I'm gonna ask you some great questions. So, Hughie and Corey L, where do you two stand now? Are you friends, enemies?
I don't have any issues with Hughie. I think it was very emotional. At the end of the day, I made a move that I thought was great for me because honestly, I think I could beat him one-on-one in anything. But, you know, the fact that it was a pair elimination, it equalized it and he beat me. And you know what? I took a chance, I rolled the dice, I lost, and Hughie beat me. And you know, it is what it is at this point.
I completely get actually on the outside now that everybody wants to like make decisions to get from one place to the next. I understand that now. But when you're in that environment, everything becomes like really emotional and like over the top and whatever. So I understand why he done it now, but I understand why I behaved the way I did also.
So it means you guys are cordial.
Yeah,
right?
we're cordial. Like,
yeah, it's sound.
Yeah, I'm fine with everyone until they like have a problem with me. So when Hughie decided to, you know, have his little moment, I was like, you're not gonna talk to me like this, and it became a bigger thing. So, but you know, outside of that moment, I'm fine.
The reason why I was so emotionally involved with it was because I wanted to support Corey the two of us being gay and support each other in an environment that isn't really stereotypically associated with gay men.
You bring up a really good point because, Corey, we see you talk about the fact how this was meaningful for you. You really wanted to represent, particularly for the Black queer community.
Yeah.
You know, do you feel like you did that, and why was that so important for you?
It was important for me because I grew up playing sports, kind of like Fessy. I played football, I ran track, I did a lot of things. Offhand comments about gayness would always happen in the locker room, and I never felt like I belonged there. And in a situation like this, where I am physically competing with other people, like I can be that person I wanted to see as a kid to inspire me to think that I could do anything. And so it was important for me to just be visible because there was no visibility when I was a teenager or a kid growing up. And you know, so that was really important for me.
But everything that Corey said, I agree with. I want to see, obviously, gay guys being strong, being able to compete, being able to break down any sort of stereotype that people have of them, that you're not just weak because you're gay. And so I wanted to kind of challenge myself within the game and do the best that I could do and not just kind of be like a gay man who's weak, even though I kind of screamed a few times.
I mean, you both get a little wild, but you also really represent, and I think even people outside of the community appreciate you and what you are trying to bring to the show and what you, I'm sure, in future seasons do. So thank you both for really like stepping up to the plate.
Thank you.
I'm gonna switch gears a little bit, because it's the aftermath. You know, we go from good to petty to good to petty. And Michele, you and Emmanuel, Survivor, you know, power couple, what's going on?
You know, I didn't plan on getting into a showmance, but I don't know. He just has like a swag about him, and I was just drawn to it. I mean, he's a badass, so yeah, I was into it.
And Fessy, so I'm noticing right here on the couch, you and Michele are sitting particularly close. Word on the street is maybe you room together, coming to Aftermath. So what's going on here, guys?
We're homies.
Yeah, we're friends.
I'm gonna keep y'all updated on what we see on their social media.
Oh my God, let's not.
We're here to talk about the aftermath of the show, right?
Yes, so is this a part of the aftermath?
No.
I feel
Just
like
friends, just friends.
Yeah, but Amanda, you're not really upset about that because I thought Fessy was your time.
Hughie.
Okay, I did tell Amanda.
Fessy's like an appetizer at Thanksgiving. You just pass them around.
Everybody wrote this one down.
Everybody just takes a piece and you pass it along. You don't want too much of it.
Just see if the hype is real. That's what it is.
Is the hype real, Fessy?
It's very real, Devyn.
Fessy, tell me about, you're coming into the house. We see Messy Fessy is back in business. Don't give me the eyebrow, Fessy. What do you have against Amber?
So our first season in Iceland, we didn't talk at all. The thing was, she was cool with Casey and Josh, and because of that, you know, I was not voting her in or whatever, but me and her never talked. So she comes in on this season, and we still didn't talk. The first time I won with Esther, we weren't gonna throw her in. And then the second time I was like, I still haven't talked to her. She's cool with every guy in this house. Devyn and Kyle, she's buddy with. She's got Josh, Corey, all these people. I'm like, I'm on the bottom of her list. When you go into the challenge house, there was 34 people, I think, that started off. So that's a lot of people to try to get to know. So you kind of gotta filter where you're putting your attention and time and building these relationships. And me and Amber just never really crossed paths.
Close, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this mission, you guys.
You can see out there's a giant rig suspended 35 feet above the water. One agent from each pair is going to be suspended upside down on that rig, transmitting those 3 codes. Those codes correspond to numbers on an answer key hidden around the rubble. Once you get the numbers, you will come back and use them to unlock your boxes. Unlock the box, you get a detonator. You will then use it to deactivate any team, dropping them 35 feet into the water. Sabotage, baby!
Undercover comms, it was one partner goes up in the air and one has to stay down. We have these walkie-talkies and we're talking to each other, and then we have to like read a symbol code that's on top, and we have to tell it to the person on the beach. They have to run, figure out what number that is and open a box, and then first person to get that done wins.
Now, Hughie, we're going to get to you, but first I want to hear from everyone else. What are your thoughts on Hughie's epic meltdowns before each mission?
Love it. I love that Hughie is he's always 100% him, and he never puts on a front. If it's f***ing scary, Hughie will let you know, this is f***ing scary. Like, he's not out there trying to flex his muscles, he's being real. And I think that that's awesome, because it's very rare on the
It psychs me out though, because like, I'm afraid of heights too. I just am very low key about it. And then I look over and Huey's just there like bawling his eyes out. And I'm like, okay, I'm now getting scared for my life because of you. So if that's a psyching out tactic, Hughie, it's working.
It was the worst thing I've ever done in all my life, and I've been on 300-foot roller coasters. It was horrific.
Yes.
The reason why it was scary, it wasn't exactly the height, it was the hanging there, and it was just disgusting, like the feeling of just that rope just there, and at any moment it's just gonna go. I don't understand why Ashley was so given out, like when she was speaking. Why didn't she go up on the rig if she was so brave?
Hughie, I love you and Ashley's relation. It is the most dysfunctional thing I have ever seen. Did Ashley remind you of your ex? Is that the interaction we're seeing?
I told her that in the house. Do you remember, Amanda? And Devyn said you're attracted to toxicity, and that's completely true.
Wow.
That's completely true.
And Kyle, I was watching in shock, but also confusion, because you and Amanda just ditched the walkie-talkies. All I could hear is yelling.
We just got like really hyped up, and we were just like shouting at each other at the end. I was really impressed with us. I think we did really well. It was just Fessy did better, and Esther did better.
But that was a tough challenge.
A lot of them seem like tough challenges for you, Hughie, and we're gonna get into that in a second. Kyle, though, I do have a question. What was up with the blind side of Devyn?
Well, I didn't want to throw it on Fessy and Esther because Esther had the opportunity to throw it on me, and I looked at Esther in her eyes and said, you don't throw it on me, I won't throw it on you. Me and Fessy had a lot of history at the time, and we were getting on so well in the show, I didn't want to him over, because sooner or later he's going to win one of these.
That's fair.
He's going to win a daily, so I'll be like,
Fessy, now you kill it in your heat. I mean, you were just at it. What was your strategy to do so well?
It was mostly Esther, because like I was running upside down or whatever and telling her the codes, but sometimes I didn't even tell her like the full code on like the second time we had to do it, and she got all of them unlocked. So I think she had memorized the code from like the previous one, and maybe the numbers were the same or something. So it was all on Esther. All I was doing was walkie-talking the codes to her, and she did the rest. So.
Yeah, well, shout out to Esther.
She's smart as hell.
Yeah, that one. Okay, so Corey L and Michele, right? CT takes you out. You guys get the full rookie treatment this season. Do you feel like it was just strategy, or do you feel like it was personal?
For me, I think it was a little bit of both. I think people were a little bit intimidated coming in with kind of my reputation and the Survivor kind of like alliance, so we say. So I think I was a main target for that specific reason, but also like we were a rookie pair. We kept getting together. It was like we could not get rid of each other as hard as we tried. And I love you, but we were like glue, magnets.
Like you said, Michelle, I think it's a little bit of both because like aside from Kells, I was probably the second biggest rookie guy coming in, and everybody saw that, and like, why not try to get rid of me? So I get it, but I also wish people would have realized, like I said it in the deliberation, like, wouldn't you rather have me and Michelle on your side?
Corey L and Fessy. So you two seem to become unlikely allies and sort of a force to be reckoned with, right? Like if you kind of like what you said, Corey L. Tell me about the conversation you guys had at the club.
You kind of have accepted the fact that there's nothing you can do about the house vote.
There's nothing I want to do with the house vote right now. I want to go in and I want to switch partners. Michelle and I have already talked about it, and it's the smartest thing for us to do at this point. I knew at that point, me and Michelle, we accepted, we're gonna go in. Let's try to make this thing work in our favor. And you know, Fessy and I, like you said, I think if we worked together, we'd be a force. I don't know who would really be able to take us out. So I was like, let's try to make a deal. I knew that was my chance. Like, let's talk now. We're away from people, kind of, and we can just be at this table and chat.
And that's how I was treating it too, because I was coming in from double agents hot. Like I thought I was gonna be the first one voted into elimination, all that. And then when I won 2 challenges with Esther early on, I was like, let me use this to gain more numbers. And I actually got really close with the rookies.
Fessy didn't have to work with me, and he did. So a lot of respect.
Hughie, what was going on between you and Ashley during the nomination?
I spoke to my partner several times. Last time I chose me and Ashley. She doesn't even know that. I chose me and Ashley last time. Because I didn't know who to pick. I didn't want to pick you and didn't want to pick Tasha and Jeremiah.
You are playing this game like we're all best friends here to make
I never said
friends.
that.
We're here to win $1 million.
What have I said that? So that was before the whole thing happened with Corey and Michelle. So for that whole entire day, I was an emotional wreck. Ashley was just being a cold-hearted bitch and just sat there rolling her eyes at me, and I was crying my eyes out saying, I didn't want to vote for Corey and Michelle because I told him I would never do that. I knew nobody would vote for me and Ashley, so if I thought me and Ashley and Corey and Michelle it was 50-50, I'm not stupid, I'm going to vote for them.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Something that's a little unfair to you guys, but great for the aftermath, is this next segment, which is now my favorite part of the aftermath, and it's when we reveal the secret votes. So y'all thought they were secret, I'm telling you they aren't. So TJ provided me with all the secret voting information for this episode, and I'm going to disclose it, and we're going to analyze it all.
Hey there, global agents. You didn't think you were done with me yet, did you? Well, this one is sure to shake things up. Devyn, go ahead and reveal the secret votes.
Wow.
Emmanuel, Emmy, and Josh voted for Big T and Jeremiah?
They sure did.
Burn vote.
I would have, well, I didn't vote for them. But
Oh, because
I
you
knew
and
Josh
were
was not going to
close.
vote for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's true.
I told Emmanuel to vote for me, so I'm surprised to see him up there, but love that for us. Hughie, thank you for not voting us again.
Oh my God, Logan voted for me and Ashley. What did he do that for?
Yeah, I don't love that's.
Oh, he can go away, him now. I'm not messaging him again.
Emmy, Emmanuel, Logan, we were all, I mean, I was working with them.
Emmy didn't vote for me and Michelle, and I feel bad because I voted for her and Devyn. Like, sorry, Emmy, you're probably gonna watch this and hate me, but like.
Did you vote for Emmy because you thought she was coming for you?
No, Emmy had a meltdown. And it was a Hail Mary that like, oh, maybe people are gonna in this moment save me and Michelle.
Emmy had
and
a
like
meltdown?
maybe I will be the one vote that makes it Emmy and Devyn.
But everybody knew you guys were going in. Even you guys.
Yeah, no,
you guys
we
didn't
knew,
even
we
try
knew.
to fight it, even
yeah.
at the club.
Well, do
so
you
that's
know
why this vote was so.
We had a plan to fight it. So the thing was, if we, I hate to say it, but Amanda and Kyle, you guys were the only vet team. And I was trying to get the other rookies to vote for you guys as the only
was for sure
vet
wanted
team.
to vote.
I already knew that. Someone told me, and that's why I voted for you guys. But
so
it's a
that
good
was
move. It's a good move.
That
I
was
didn't have that plan.
that was an idea for a little bit. Me and some of the rookies were contemplating.
I mean, do you think that was really possible, or do you think they weren't?
No, there was too many rookies influenced by vets, so they didn't have everyone says they had the numbers. They didn't have the numbers because no one could have got all them rookies together. But the other reason I wanted to vote for Corey and Michelle is because Corey and Michelle can rally the rookies. They're smart. Michelle won her season. Corey's a very popular guy, and he's smart as well. You needed to get rid of the rookies that were clever, and the ones.
Is that why you
rally
kept
the
me in
troops.
and call him a stupid?
And that's why I never voted for Hughie.
Jesus Christ. I thought it was because me and Ashley is really funny and we're sound.
No, Hughie.
Jesus, all the skeletons
That is
are
not
coming
why
out.
they kept you in. Now you know, and it was revealed right here on the Aftermath. Let's go ahead and lock up those votes, put them back in the vault. All right, let's talk about that elimination.
Amber, I respect the hell out of you.
Change your
And
vote.
you couldn't tell me?
Change it.
You deserve that $500,000 last year, but when I look at the list of guys,
Because you looked me in the eye and you said, I'm trying to work on trust this season.
Don't
I
be
actually
stupid,
trusted
bro. You're
you.
smarter than this.
And your
Don't
word.
do it. Change your vote.
Josh,
Take
is
it
this
away,
what you
my
want to do
partner.
right
You're
now?
number
You
one.
can't save
You're number one
everybody.
guy.
Right when we were walking down to the layer, Josh comes up to me and he's like, don't say Amber's name, don't say Amber's name. He was like pressuring me hard. Like you saw him when we were in elimination, he cut me off and everything.
Yeah.
And that just made my decision, I don't want to say easier, but I was like, I'm going with this because he's literally trying to like take charge of my win and stuff. And I'm like, you're supposed to be my boy, take the night off, you're safe obviously. Seeing how Josh and Amber reacted, I wish if they were that passionate about that, then I wish me and Amber would have actually had a conversation, because if she felt like I snaked her or whatever, then like maybe if me and her would have sat down and had a conversation and been like cool and like comfortable with each other, that wouldn't have happened. But you know, she didn't make the effort, I didn't make the effort.
You should be in an alliance with me, Fessy, because as long as I'm safe, I don't give a who you say.
That sounds very Kyle.
Each pair will be handcuffed together by a pole. Then you must make your way all the way down the obstacle course to the opposite side, where your key will be waiting for you. You will bring it back and then unlock yourselves, pull down the lever.
So essentially, we were in this kind of pipe maze where me and Corey and Hughie and Amber were kind of all attached to each other, and we had to work our way through this pipe maze. It was harder than we anticipated. Yes. It was sort of like a puzzle. We were hoping for something really physical, so this was more like mental, I would say.
And Hughie, what was you and Amber's strategy?
Amber just kind of said to me beforehand just to stay calm and just try my best sort of thing, because I don't think she thought we would have won it all. And then when it just started, I just kind of just tried to do it, just kept going and going and going and going and going.
Corey, what was your strategy?
Well, I think me and Michelle knew we worked well together, and so we just tell each other, like, stay calm, stay focused, no matter what, keep going, and that's what we did.
That's what we tried
that's what we tried to do. And then there came a point where I knew I was gonna lose, and then he was yelling at me, so everything just went out of control.
There's nothing I can do with my arm here.
No, it's like legitimately
Be here for more just shoot up!
Shut the
Dumbass, you thought you could beat me, that's why you got me down here!
You know, I got stuck, I got frustrated, and then Hughie was just like, untangle yourself, we did it, you can do it. And I was like...
Yeah, because me and Amber got stuck as well, and we untangled ourselves, we hopped across the bars, so my pants got ripped.
Yeah, look, if somebody yells at me, I will yell at you louder.
Hughie, you and Amber, by the way, you and Amber dropped the key. Were you worried in that moment?
No, because I just kind of laid down and just got it with my foot, but I'm really glad that we noticed when we did, because imagine we got to the end.
I wish you didn't.
Hughie, TJ says that there is a right way and a wrong way to win an elimination, and he says the way that you behaved was the wrong way.
It was ridiculous behaviour. That I can admit. There really was no need for it. But there's also a right and wrong way, in my opinion, to probably go about doing things. You can make decisions that suits you, but you don't have to be snaky about it. That's what I felt.
See, you said that word snake there too. I didn't make any promises to you that I broke, so I'm not a snake. There's not a single thing.
We did. We said it on camera.
What did I say?
We said it on camera that we would never vote against each other.
I didn't say never.
Yes,
we never
did.
No, I did not. We never shook
camera.
hands. No.
Well, that's not how I recall things.
Well, hopefully we can rebuild this, because it sounds like, at least before the last 5 minutes, we were making progress, okay?
Yeah, can I just say, Hughie, I know I up in that moment. I've already apologized, I believe, to you, and I am sorry. I don't think I made a promise, but if I did, I'm sorry I broke that, and I do feel like I said,
it's all right.
I broke the thing that I wanted to not break, is I wanted to work with another gay man and prove that that is something that we could do, and I made a mistake.
Hughie, do you accept that apology? It sounds like you guys
Definitely.
That's so gross. You guys are gonna make
And
me
I'm sorry to the both of them for my behavior.
Oh,
No, it's
and
fine.
he
But don't
apologized.
call me a snake. I'm not a snake.
Well, I'm sorry to you, Michelle, for what I called you.
Oh, Lord.
I don't
Hughie's
care.
gonna go around apologizing to everybody. We ain't got that kind of time, Hughie. Corey L., we kind of touched on this earlier, but in hindsight, do you feel like you may have underestimated Hughie?
Yeah, I think I did. But I don't think Hughie is the reason why they won. Like, that elimination.
I think Hughie is the reason they won.
You think so?
I was watching it and I was like, Hughie was in control of that elimination.
See, okay, because
Amber was following Hughie's lead for
I'm
sure.
just trying to, I'm focused on Michelle in that
But
moment.
Fessy, did you say that because you don't want to give Amber any credit?
No, I give Amber all the credit in the world for winning double agents. Like, she balled the hell out. Like, I tell her every day. I saw her today. I was like, you deserved it. But that elimination, what I saw, like, Amber did good too. Obviously, they were working together, but Hughie was vocal and it looked like Hughie was leading them.
I definitely think that I was the person that led the way. Like, when you watch it back, I was the one going back and forth all the time. And in that elimination, I wholeheartedly believe I'm 70% the reason why me and Amber won. Like, I pulled her around that elimination. I was the person leading the way.
Kyle, I have to ask you really quick. You know, Amber picks Devyn. What do you think it is that makes Devyn such an in-demand partner this season, and why don't you have that quality?
I have no idea what's happening at this point. It's like second time picked. We've got to hear about it over and over and over. At least last season when Fessy got picked 3 times, you can kind of get it. He's like 7'5" tall. But with Devyn is, I just don't understand it. And it just drove me nuts. I was kind of like a jealous brother at this point. I was like, why is he getting picked so much and not me?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may, Fessy.
If you could go back in the moment and pick again.
I would have chosen you 100%.
I literally was waiting for Fessy to say
I would
him
have
or
chosen
Devyn.
you 100%. Like, probably my biggest
that conversation's
game.
been talked about before.
Wait, Michelle, but do you choose Fessy now, is the question.
Yeah, I would definitely still choose Fessy.
Or have you already chosen Fessy?
No, shut
Okay,
up.
I was just trying to see, you know, what we can think. You never know. You never know.
You're not gonna catch me up.
All right, Michelle and Corey, so this ends your time on the challenge. Are there any final words?
You know, I had a blast when I was there. I broke through some of my fears and I had a lot of fun. Hughie, hopefully we can, rekindle our little gay friendship we started that we kind of broke and shattered.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, I had a lot of fun and I don't have that many enemies from my experience, so it was good.
It's a good way to play.
Yeah.
What about you, Michelle?
I have never lost, like really lost before. Like I came in 3rd on Survivor, but I never have been like voted out. I've never been eliminated. So this is like my first time experiencing true like
That's a subtle
loss.
flex, by the way. But yes.
But like
She does that a lot.
Literally, she's like, I've never lost. I've never been a loser.
Okay, but this was humbling for me. Yeah, I'm amazing.
Fessy's giving me the look because he already
It's gonna
knows
be
where we're
so
going.
stupid.
About to, they're not stupid, Fessy. They're the best part of this show. I called this one the superlatives match game. All right, so out of the people in this group, who would be Miss or Mr. Congeniality?
Can you write yourself?
First of all, don't answer out loud. Congeniality is like the popular one, the one everybody likes the most. All right, has everybody got their answer?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, hold your boards up. So we have Michelle, Hughie, Michelle with 1 L, Hughie, Michelle. Oh, interesting that it's like a close between Hughie and Michelle. Michelle! Woohoo!
1 point for Corey L.
This one's a fun one. Out of the people in this room, and no, I am not the answer, so don't write my name down. Out of the people in this room, who is the shadiest? Who is the shadiest out of the people in this room? Let me know when you guys are all ready. This is like secret voting all over again, and then we reveal it all over again.
Do we have to vote?
Yes! All right, Hughie, you ready? Okay, cool. Everybody reveal
these
your
are
board.
good.
1, 2, 3. We have 2 Amandas. We have 2 Corys. 1 Kyle, 1 Fessy, but the goal isn't how many, it was who matches
you?
my answer.
Oh, come on,
And
come on.
my answer is Kyle.
Go!
Kyle.
I thought I had that one in the bag.
Kyle is my answer.
I know. I thought
Got
it was
2
gonna
points,
I thought
Fessy?
so. Come on.
I could have put me
We've
down.
gone a long way since then.
Listen, I had to pick what
Devyn.
Devyn was gonna pick, and I knew she'd pick your shady one.
It's all love, Kyle, but you're shady. I like this one. Okay, guys, out of the people in this room, who has the worst luck?
Who would you say?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, reveal. Okay, we have Corey L, Fessy, Corey. Kyle would say himself. Fessy would say himself. I can't. My answer is Corey L.
They knew to get rid of us if we were there for too long, let me tell you.
I expect everyone to get this right. Okay. Out of the people in this group, who is the most dramatic? If you get this wrong, I'm kicking you off the show. Just walk, just go, just leave. Everybody reveal, because it doesn't take that long to write it. Yeah! Let's see, Hughie and Kyle, reveal.
I've put Hughie. It's a cross between Hughie and Corey.
That's fair, Kyle. That's fair. What I wrote was, in fact,
Hughie.
Finally. We all knew. Out of the people in this room, who is most likely to win the challenge season 50, which will probably be pies, big thighs, and like no eyes at that point, because we'll be old. But who's gonna win that season? Write down your answers, just a guess. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Turn them over. We have Kyle, Fessy, Michele, Fessy. Wow, you guys all think Fessy would win? So my answer, simply because of the determination and because I've never lost in my whole life before, and I don't Michele, because I feel like Michele would be committed to coming back.
I will come back to play until I win.
Out of the people in this group, who is the one that tells it like it is? A lot of y'all are shady, so I don't know who.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, reveal. Okay, so you guys think as a whole it's Amanda. Keep watching the aftermath. So my answer is Hughie.
Hughie?
Because here's the thing with Hughie. Hughie may wild out and melt down, but he's doing so because he's being true about whatever is going on.
I don't think he refuses to say how it is.
He just comes out. It just like
slips out.
spills out. It really does. Okay, we got 2 more. Out of the people in this room, who has the best confessional game? Who do you think gives the best confessionals? You guys got your answers? All right, turn them over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Kyle, you know you're the best.
Yeah, Kyle, you give the best confession.
He was trying to be humble.
You can't read it, but it says Kyle.
Yes.
Kyle, you give the best. My answer was you. You give the best confessionals. You're hilarious. For the last one, out of the people in this group, who has the nicest wagon? Who is dragging the best wagon?
Definitely not me.
Okay, everybody got their answer?
Yeah.
At 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry.
Woo!
Hughie. And the answer was Hughie. Hughie's derriere, which wins the match game. Thank you guys so much for being here. Kyle and Hughie, thank you for staying up. Love having you here. Rookies, so happy to have you here on the Aftermath. Can't wait to have you back on future episodes. And thank you guys all for watching. I'm your host, Devyn Simone, and that's a wrap on this episode of The Challenge Aftermath. Be sure to check out all new episodes of The Challenge, Spies, Lies, and Allies, Wednesday nights only on MTV. Now, before you go, here's a sneak peek of episode 5.
That's why I didn't want to work with your brother. Fessy didn't want to see me back. Joke's on you. You just put a fire in my ass.
I care about you, but
We're done. Today's mission is called Mind